Hi, boys and girls. Here's our second book for today, and it's called The Quickest Kid in Clarksville. It's written by Pat Miller and illustrated by Frank Morrison. Now, in this book, it talks about a real person by the name of Wilma Rudolph. And so, before we start with the book, I want to teach you about this real famous person named Wilma Rudolph. And the author included some great information for us right here. And you know what? I'm going to adjust the camera. Give me just a moment. And that is Wilma Rudolph. But let me teach you a little bit about her before we start the story. The author writes, in the year 1960, before even I was born, African American sprinter, that means she was a runner, she was an athlete, Wilma Rudolph was the fastest woman in the world. At the Summer Olympic Games in Rome, Italy, that's in Europe, she became the first woman from the United States to win 3 gold medals at the same Olympics. And boys and girls, I think we've talked about another very famous person who won at the Olympics. Do you remember who that was? Jesse Owens. Now, Wilma's success was even more impressive because of the difficulties she overcame growing up. She was one of 22 children, and her family did not have much money. Wilma was often ill as a child and wore a leg brace after she was diagnosed with polio, which is a disease that makes it very hard for you to walk. The doctors didn't think she would ever walk without her leg brace. But she exercised and worked for years until her leg was strong. Wilma grew up in Clarksville, Tennessee, and that's where this story is going to take place. And Clarksville was a segregated town, and that means that there were separate schools and doctors and restaurants for black people and white people. The black and white people were not working together. They were separate. But after Wilma's victories, after she won at the Olympics, Clarksville, the city, wanted to honor her with a parade and a banquet, and they wanted to do a whole big celebration. Wilma said she would not attend unless the events were integrated. That means open to everybody, so that the black people were invited and the white people were invited too. The organizers agreed, and Wilma's celebrations were the first major events for blacks and whites in Clarksville history. A very important moment in history. Now, Wilma Rudolph is a real person, and we're going to read this story that has a little something to do with Wilma Rudolph. So let me adjust the camera here. Let me see if I can do this. Boop, 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 boop. I think I got it. I think I got it. Hold on. Wait. Did I get? I got it. Okay. The quickest kid in Clarksville. And notice, do you see what she's got around her neck? She's got her tennis shoes. Or maybe we call them gym shoes. Mr. Sanito can get to the right page. Aha. And what's she doing here? She's putting on those shoes. And what do you think she's going to do with those shoes on? Well, the title of the book gives us a clue. She's the quickest kid in Clarksville. I wonder if she's a runner. Aha. I'm running in place, listening to my feet pound the pavement, the sidewalk, pretending I'm the fastest woman in the world. Of course, Wilma Rudolph, who grew up right in this town, is faster than anyone. But I'm the quickest kid in Clarksville, Tennessee, and everyone around here knows it. I'm thinking about tomorrow's parade. Ah, so they're getting ready for Wilma Rudolph's parade, boys and girls. Okay. I'm thinking about tomorrow's parade and wondering what Wilma's 3 Olympic gold medals would feel like hanging around my neck when a girl I've never seen before comes sashaying my way like she owns the sidewalk and everything on it. Uh-oh. She sticks a hand on her hip. I'm Charmaine. I look her up and down. I'm Alta. That's Dee Dee and Little Mo. Got me some new shoes, Charmaine says. Boy, howdy, does she ever. Brand new, only been worn by her shoes, with stripes down the sides and laces so white they glow. Shoes to strut in. Shoes to run in. Because Charmaine's strutting hard enough to shame a rooster. That means she's walking around very proud. And her legs are just raring to run. That means she's ready to go. These shoes are like Wilma's, she said. My daddy went uptown to get them. I stare at the concrete sidewalk. I don't have a shoe-buying daddy. My sneakers have holes in the bottom and laces that never thought to glimmer and shine. I bite my lip. It's okay. Wilma wore a leg brace and flour sack dresses before she got big. Shoes don't make you fast, I say. Charmaine's face tightens, so she gets a little. Charmaine says, reckon I'm faster than anyone. I puff up like a spitting cat. She wishes she were Wilma, but I'm the real deal. I point to the mailbox. There and back. And this is the mailbox. Here's what it says. We crouch down, we crouch low. Dee Dee and Lil Mo count down. And we're off. My sneakers slap a sidewalk beat. Wilma Rudolph, Wilma Rudolph. See the girls running? I reach the box first, turn around, and sprint back. Sprint means run really, really fast. Arms moving, legs grooving. I hear Charmaine huffing and puffing behind me. I do a victory dance while Charmaine glares. That means she looks and she's not happy. I'm still bebopping when she takes off again. To the corner, Charmaine calls over her shoulder, starting now. I leap after her like a scalded frog. Wilma's come from behind to win some of her races, and so will I. Wilma Rudolph, Wilma Rudolph. When Charmaine reaches the corner, I'm nipping at her ankles. That means she's so close. Bodies lunge, feet tangle. I fall. Charmaine stays up and wins. Ouch! My toe hurts. Probably because it's poking out of a brand new hole in my shoe. Uh-oh. Just like that, I puff up again. You tripped me. I would have won if you didn't. You were in my lane. I won fair and square. Charmaine walks away, shaking her braids and swinging her bottom. I follow, mad as any cat. That's when it happens. My toe hits a rock. That rock hits Charmaine. For a minute, Charmaine looks like she might fight, but she leaves without a word. Oh boy. I limp home. That means she kind of walks slowly home. Maybe her foot is still hurting. Feet dragging, head hanging. Boys and girls, how do you think she feels? I show Mama the hole in my shoe. She sighs. Oh, baby girl, those shoes have to last. When parade day dawns, that means when the day of the parade starts, I'm making a banner. Here's the banner, big sign. I'm making a banner with Dee Dee and Lil Mo. Then Charmaine struts by like she's the queen of the block. I give her a look. I scowl at her. Then I pick up the banner and nod to Dee Dee and Lil Mo. Now there's Charmaine. Let's go. Thing is, that banner is bulky and heavy. No way I'll make it all the way to the parade. It might be easier if I run. I force my feet to move. But one block in, I can't go on. I hear the beat of feet. Wilma Rudolph, Wilma Rudolph. But she's having trouble carrying that sign. Charmaine is running by me. Pass that here, she says. I clutch the banner tighter, like she holds it tight. You can see that. I don't need her help. Come on, says Charmaine. We'll do it like Wilma's relay race. 3 people ran it with her, you know. There's Charmaine helping out. I hate to admit it, but she's right. I hand her the banner, and she takes off for the next block. Then Dee Dee takes a turn, and even Lil Mo. We run faster and faster till our legs are nothing but a whirling blur, just like you know whose. People stare, eyes popping, fingers pointing. You go, girls, someone calls. I sneak a look at Charmaine. Her feet are flying because she's running so fast. Who's faster? I can't tell, but Charmaine isn't strutting or scowling. She looks happy. I don't mean to, but I smile. Charmaine smiles back. Boys and girls, how do you think they're feeling on this page? And all at once, I know, shoes don't matter, not as long as we've got our feet. And where are they going to? The Wilma Rudolph Parade. Look, I say, the perfect spot. We collapse on the curb. There are flags, bands, noise, black faces and white ones. Look at all the people. All out to celebrate Wilma. Oh, and finally, a fancy convertible car with the top down. Right there, holding a bunch of roses, is Wilma Rudolph. Do you see her medals, her 3 gold medals from the Olympics? We scream and raise our banner, hearts pounding, heads hoping. Wilma sees us and smiles. Then she waves. That makes Charmaine and me sashay like we own the sidewalk and everything on it. And maybe, just maybe, we do. Because we're the quickest kids in Clarksville, Tennessee. And everyone around here knows it. I hope you enjoyed The Quickest Kid in Clarksville, boys and girls.